Shaw, here we go, no jokes, epic heartbreak, and almost carry. In one of the most epic games of last night. Just thought we'd all share it with you guys.
Los geht's!
It's gonna start out from my perspective because for some reason I can't change views in replay, but we'll get back to no joke in the SU-152 at the end when it's relevant. We start out with some pretty sensible team split. We got the TDs with some heavy backup camping the woods, and we have some heavy tanks, especially two hull-down beasts heading up to the hill to do some serious work over there. We also have this Borsuk here who is just fucking god on tracks. You'll see later. And initially, either I'm very bad at playing tank destroyers on this map, or those guys are getting very good luck kind of just poking over the ridge and not getting me any shots. Yolo epically kills an AMX-12T who is playing like a complete idiot. Also, we should all recognize how awesome Yolo Tank's name is. Still hunting for shots here. They're doing a great job hiding themselves behind that ridge to my serious annoyance. So I continue to move up, hoping that maybe somebody will spot for us and we can shoot some things. And the Tiger P pops up. Clearly has some troll armor from my 105. But I'll blind fire him one more time just to make sure. And now, thankfully, shots start appearing. The T-29 decides to crest the ridge like a complete muppet. And at this point, for reasons that we're not entirely clear on, the T-34 has abandoned our T-29 friend, and Yolo is basically just trucking up that hill on his own, which is not good. T-34 should have been up there supporting him instead of camping in the back. I'm still hunting for shots in the middle, which are incredibly hard to come by. Luckily, the Yak Panther does have a very good rate of fire going for it. And I don't have Sixth Sense on this tank yet, so I have no idea if I'm spotted or not, but I'd like to think that I haven't been spotted yet. And then I'm just getting blind fired, or somebody else is tracking somebody else's fire. Yeah, you like that, don't you, Tiger P? That lower plate, man. Not good for your health. And now it's just like awesome amounts of shooting going on here. They just decided to rush us. Unfortunately, we no longer have enough tanks because they all got killed earlier on up front. So we're gonna run into some trouble. My gun goes high for a reason that I don't fully understand. And now we're gonna focus down on this Yak Tiger. Of course it has even troller armor than the existing Yak Tiger because it hasn't been nerfed. Die, Comet. And note that the Borsig is currently on 3 kills. He's just been sitting in the back behind all of us, hoovering up everything that we shoot. Which has been great news, except that now he's a little bit slow on the uptake. I get tracked and my gun is taken out, my gunner is dead, and I'm not going to repair anything because I'm going to die in a second. Luckily, my gun is still slightly accurate enough to make the kills, until I'm executed by the Yak Tiger. So I switch my view to the Borsig, because he still has a chance to do some serious damage to this flank, and for some reason this guy is still on half health. He's just been engaged in a duel with 2 tanks, and there you go, gets hit. Repairs his gunner, which is good news for us, and he just goes camo stealth, basically. Now, the AMX M4 is still out there somewhere. Hopefully the Borsig will have better camo than the AMX. And on the other side of the hill, we still see Yellow Tank and his T-29 now with a Pershing friend up on the hill. The T-34 is still camping like a little bitch, but Nojoke and the Tiger are coming back, which is also excellent news for us. Borsig has somehow managed to just take out this AMX from just ridiculous luck, basically. And is now continuing to reverse away, but he's now entirely without scouts, which means he's much less effective than he was previously. Not that it's really stopped him from getting 5 kills and what we will later find out to be an absurd amount of damage. So now we see the 112 is located on the railroad tracks, and the FCM has just been executed by Yellow Tank quite expertly on the hill here. But Yellow Tank is on 16 health, and the Pershing is also incredibly low health, putting them in a very difficult situation where they can't really take any hits at all. The 112 is having insane amounts of luck, getting missed or bouncing whatever is being shot at it. Now we know the T-69 is somewhere in the middle. We know the Yak Tiger and the Tiger 1 were last spotted over on the west, sorry. The 112 is dorking around in the middle somewhere. There's a T-69 sitting in the town and auto loads into Yellow Tank here, kind of ruining his game. This leaves basically Nojoke and the Borsig as the last competent players on the team, especially because our T-34 is apparently completely AFK and a jackass about it, sitting there in the middle of the field with his turret backward and just completely AFK. So that's terrible play there by him. And probably also part of the reason why he has 4K games played and only 561 efficiency. So the Borsig has spotted the Tiger 1 again, west. The T-69 has just been taken out by Nojoke in the SU-152 with the gigantic 152mm derp gun. Borsig is still fighting the Tiger. We have our Tiger sitting up on the railroad tracks to try to give some fire support, but unfortunately the Tiger 1 spots the Borsig and takes it out, leaving just the SU-152 with Nojoke and the Tiger 1 with Red Charlie, who we don't know, in command. The 112 is now dicking about on the other side of the railroad tracks. It's shortly to be distracted with the T-34, who is now doing his only useful part in the game, which is spotting. Nojoke takes a punt, but misses. Unfortunately, the 152 is not the most accurate gun in the game. So instead of focusing on him, who's going to be busy with the T-34 for a bit, nojoke decides to focus up on the Yak Tiger, who has just come across and taken out our Tiger 1, figuring that the 112 is going to be occupied for at least a little bit longer, with Mr. McDumbass here in his T-34 totally AFK. So we join the action as the 112 is just reloading for another shot in. It's going to take at least another two shells to take out a 34, which means that ESU has plenty of time over here to try and find the Yak Tiger and take him out. Unfortunately, the SU doesn't have the world's best view range. There we go, the Tiger 2 has been spotted, and nojoke takes a pot shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, and the Tiger 2 gets a shot in return. So the thing to realize here is the Tiger 2 is a really fast rate of fire, really high rate of fire, and nojoke emphatically does not. So he has to try to take shots when he can, and then avoid the very rapid return fire of the Yak Tiger. Takes another shot, but it's sadly ineffective. Then that epic heat shell of destiny goes in and shaves off over 700 of the Yak Tiger's health, leaving him on only 56 hit points. So nojoke is currently fighting against the 112, who is on full health, and the Yak Tiger, who is on 56 health. He's now all alone because the 112 has managed to take out that T-34, who's incredibly useless to our team. So now we have nojoke, who is basically a one-hit for the T-34, for the 112. It will be a high roll, but it's possible. And here we go. The 112 has appeared over the railway tracks. Nojoke puts in an excellent shot, and the 112 bounces, which is really unlucky for him. And now we see just the greatest amount of terrible play in history by a 112 player. He's just going to show 90-degree side armor to nojoke. And he gets set on epic amounts of fire, but he does put in the hit. He's burning to death, but it's going to take at least one more shell from nojoke. Chances are he's pretty heavily injured. He still takes no attempt to angle his arm or anything, and nojoke ammo racks him for the remaining 100 and some health. That's usually how those ammo racks work out. And now, unfortunately, the Yak Tiger has this very inopportune moment to appear over the crest and take out nojoke several seconds before he was fully reloaded. Anyway, thanks for watching this epic fail on our part. We really tried hard to carry, and unfortunately the other team was just slightly more lucky.